56 Brilliant Woodworking Tips for Beginners, P1. Woodworking is a blast, but it can be intimidating for beginners. Luckily, our readers and editors love passing along their go-to tips. 1. Half pencil marks exact copies. While trying to trace an exact copy of the throat plate for my table saw, I came up with this nifty technique using an ordinary pencil. I just shaved my pencil into a half pencil by carefully grinding it on my belt sander. The flat edge enables my modified pencil to ride straight up along the edge of the template. It also works great for marking and then shaping inlays for my woodworking projects. Tim Reese. 2. Perfect bar clamp cover. Iron pipe clamps can easily mar softer woods or react with the glue to stain the wood. My solution is to cut a section of plastic PVC pipe to size and place it around the pipe. If you have several short lengths, you can space them strategically to accommodate different widths of stock wood. Tim Johnson. 3. Quick blade height gauge. This gauge block is the quickest way to set the height of a table saw blade. This one is made from a 3-inch length of 4x4 cut to the settings used most frequently. If you need more settings, just create another block. 4. What's the reason for nominal dimensions? For many of us, the moment we learned that a 2x4 board is actually 1.5 inches by 3.5 inches was simply mind-blowing. The reason for this apparent contradiction is that the board has been planed down to eliminate irregularities. At one point, many years ago, 2x4s actually were 2 inches x 4 inches, but their rough surfaces made them difficult to stock and handle. The old terms, such as 2x4 or 4x4, are still used, and are known as the nominal size of the board. These nominal sizes are used because they are easier to say and they stick to tradition. 5. Flexible sanding block from the office. Sanding curves is tricky. Sometimes you need a sanding pad that's both firm and flexible. A small notepad works great. Just wrap sandpaper around the pad and bend the pad to whatever arc you need. Slip the one end of the sandpaper between the pages to help hold it in place on the pad. Give this a try the next time you're working on a project that has curves and tough to reach spots. Then when it's time to reset the table saw blade, these blocks will help you get the job done quickly. 6. Simple circle layout tool. This simple jig makes laying out circles a breeze. Drill a 1/8 of an inch hole through every inch mark on a ruler or yardstick. To draw a circle, place a pin through the number 1 into the center of your board. Add 1 inch to the radius of the circle you wish to draw, and insert a pencil into this number. Using the pin as a pivot, rotate the pencil to mark the circle. Edwin Constantino. 7. Make a quick mixing surface. Instead of using a container to mix a small amount of epoxy, just make a mixing surface on your workbench using painter's tape. Simply lay down strips, overlapping the edges so the epoxy doesn't get on your bench. When you're done, peel off the tape and throw it away. This mixing surface will work for more than just epoxy. You can use it for wood glue or any other material you need easy access to while working on a project. 8. Cheap stain sprayer. Here's an easier way to stain or seal chairs, lattice or anything with numerous tight recesses. Pour the stain into a clean, empty spray bottle. Spray the stain onto the project and wipe up the excess with a brush or rag. The sprayer will squirt stain into all those tight, hard-to-reach cracks and joints. Valerie Schuster. 9. Never fail miter joint clamp. Clamping up 4 mitered corners is tricky. You can buy specialty clamps for this, but I make my own. Here's how to do it. Start with a long 1x4, as it's easier, and safer, to clamp for making the angled cuts than a short piece. Mark out the blocks, and then drill a 1-inch diameter hole in the center of each one. The hole prevents the blocks from getting glued to your project. Cut 45-degree angles tangent to the hole, and then cut the blocks free from the long board. 10. Slick table saw tip. I find the best way to protect my cast iron table saw top is to occasionally rub on a coat of paste wax. This gives me a nice, slick top for easier material feeding, and if I drip glue on the surface, it won't stick. It also helps prevent surface rust when the air is humid. Jack Linden. Let me know what do you think. Looking forward to your comments.